How's it going? Welcome back to our channel. It's Chaddypete again. I sell men's clothing, anything that basically sells really, toys, whatever. So yeah, welcome back to our channel and I hope you enjoyed this video. So I've been meaning to do this video for a long time really. Like I like to do going out videos and stuff like that, but the one video I always like to do is all about like things like research and stuff like that. So this video, I'm thinking will benefit a lot of people who are looking for particular items and not sure which ones to pick up. So if that's one of you guys, then just carry on watching and let's see if I can help you out. So this video, as it's titled, is the Adidas buying guide. It's not going to be a comprehensive thing. I was not going to tell you about everything. Like I'm not going to mention trainers in here, but in my experience with Adidas and stuff, I've sold quite a lot of it. I feel like there's certain things that you need to look out for. So I'm going to mention some of these things and hopefully it will help you when you're out looking out and about, either in the shops, car boots, whether you're doing wholesale and stuff like that, to find the best items within Adidas to be able to sell for a very good profit. First off, we need to break it down into 4 categories. If you stick to these 4 categories, you'll always be able to recognize the stuff that sells very well. So the 4 categories are vintage, collaborations, celebrities and patterns. And I think if you can stick to these 4 categories, anytime you go into a shop, you'll be able to recognize one of these that fills this criteria. There's a lot of vintage Adidas about, so that one is very easy to identify. And so when you see it in the shops, it's more than likely going to do you quite well. Anything from like 90s and behind, even early 2000s does quite well. I don't call it Adidas, but I'm guessing it's actually Adidas. The guy who founded Adidas was a lad called Adi Dassler, and his brother actually founded Puma. That's a little quick fact. So Adi Dassler was a lad from Germany, and again, so you can get an idea then of where it all started. So labels is a very easy way to identify vintage wear. So I'll put a few labels on here. So the labels will normally say some stuff like made in West Germany or sometimes made in France, stuff like that. So if you keep an eye out for those labels that say those things, then you're pretty much onto a winner. On most of these Adidas labels, if you go into the wash labels, for example, underneath there's always like a little date on them. Like it could say like 09/2005 or 09/2018, stuff like that. But they didn't do those labels until I think it was the year 2000 or maybe 1999, something like that. So if it doesn't have a label like that, you're pretty much guaranteed for it to be earlier than 1999. There's certain ranges within Adidas that they had which are quite vintage, but they're more, I think, a bit more recent. Some of them are a bit more recent, some of them are more 90s and 80s and stuff like that. First one is equipment, Adidas equipment. That was a range which is very popular with the spell outs and the big jumpers and stuff like that, and you got like big t-shirts. It's made nowadays, so you have to be wary of like checking the dates. Obviously there's no date on it, then you know it's a vintage one, but normally the labels are a bit more embroidered and a bit thicker and just a bigger label in general. Another one which is a lot older than equipment is the Ventex range. Now Ventex normally was made in France, and it's kind of the sportswear, like the track and field stuff that they used to wear. So if you know like the zip up jackets that you see and all those kind of stuff, that Ventex, if you ever see a Ventex on the label, then that is some very good money as well. So collaborations effectively means that Adidas has teamed up with someone else and made a mesh together some cool looking clothing. There's things like Adidas Prada, Adidas Star Wars, Adidas Palace, the skateboarding brand, Adidas Bathing Ape. There's lots of different collaborations to look out for, but in the whole scheme of things, collaborations are always worth a lot of money. Now I haven't found loads of collaborations, but a couple that I have found was, I'll show you one here, is an Adidas Star Wars jumper that I used to have, and I bought this for myself and I picked it up for like, I think it was like £20 or something like that, and I wore it for like a few years, got bored of it, and then I sold it again for like £45. But again, Adidas Star Wars is a very big one that everyone knows. It's easily recognisable, you can recognise it from a mile off. But again, it got things like Stormtroopers, Darth Vader on it, all sorts. But Adidas Star Wars is a really nice one to pick up. Another one which I did pick up was an Adidas Nigo. I think it's Nigo, Nigo, something like that. And that's absolutely beautiful. It's characterised by the bear that's on it with a crown. And if you can see it again, I sold one of these ones for like £90. Again, in the shops, because I do a lot of charity shops, if you probably don't know, if you look at Adidas stuff, normally they'll look at Adidas, oh, it's Adidas, put it here, same price as this other Adidas, and same price as this other Adidas, and then they'll find like Adidas Nego or an Adidas, let's say Elite Adidas Bathing Ape or something like that, and they'll just price it the same because it's Adidas. So you need to be sharper than the shops and look and see what different collaborations there are. My next category is celebrities. Now, celebrity ones, it kind of mixes with collaborations, but there are certain items which weren't collaborated but became iconic because of an individual. So I'll touch on one of them. So like things like, for example, you got Beyonce and Adidas, Pharrell Williams and Adidas, Rita Ora and Adidas, Run DMC, that's a big one. They are all items that you should be looking for. Like if you ever see any kind of Adidas stuff and you're looking at the label and it says like a random name in it, again, it's similar to collaborations, which you need to look out for. Just keep it easy. It's easy. I mean, just if you see a name, another name next to it, pick it up. There's one I want to mention in particular, and it's a bit of a grail to fair. If you ever found this in a shop or a wholesale, you need to snatch it up right away. It's a jumper which isn't exactly a collaboration, but it was worn by Sylvester Stallone, I think, one of the Rocky promos or something like that. I'll put a picture here, and it's got the Adidas stripes, but it's got the Italian kind of colours on it. Absolute beautiful find if you can find it. That is absolute beaut. It's one of these ones which I will quit reselling if I find it. Basically, it's one of these which, even though it doesn't sell like for loads and loads of money, not thousands, it's one of them which I would love to just have as a collector. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely beautiful. So keep an eye out for it. It's not an exact collaboration, but Sylvester Stallone made it quite famous. Now another one to look out for is anything that Liam Gallagher wore. If you ever look at the Manchester style, it's all like the smocks and the cagoules and stuff like that. So that style is very iconic over in Manchester. And again, if you can find any kind of style like that, you're going to be onto a winner. Yeah, I think there's like a particular jacket that's like almost like a Parker, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's just so nice. So like Liam Gallagher is one that always does well. So if you ever see Liam Gallagher wearing any particular Adidas stuff, if you see that in the shop, pick it up because it's so sought after. It's unreal. Now, if you find this video useful, please check out some of my other videos. Like I just whip out loads of tips like this and just stuff that I pick up. So if you just stumble across this video and you found it quite useful, have a look at some of my other videos because I talk about stuff that I find like anyway. So again, it's always worth having a look at some other stuff. So yeah, just have a quick look and see what you can get on with. So patterns, it just sounds a bit broad if that makes sense. But any pattern that is, I wouldn't even say garish or whatever, but just stands right, it's in your face. So let's say like there's one called the Floralite pattern. Again, it's all flowers, plants, just like wilderness stuff. That kind of thing is a very sought after pattern. Again, if you find patterns of anything like floral stuff, animals on there, if you get like an all over print of like the Adidas logo even itself, they will do very well. Again, it's a bit more rare, a bit more in your face, a bit more sought after. They're not made in as much supply as like your normal stuff. So that's just like a quick one which I can mention to you. It's dead easy. There's probably lots of other things that people look out for, but these are the main things that I always feel like is very important when you go out to shops, and it's the most recognizable things you can look for as well. Hopefully that helps you. Again, as always, if you've liked this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel because I'm always whipping out new videos all the time. Obviously, if you've got any questions, if there's other brands you want me to do, please let me know and I'll obviously look into them and I'll do a quick video and try and make a comprehensive guide for it, because I just enjoy doing stuff like that. I just like to understand what I'm picking up rather than just being told what to pick up. Thanks for watching again. Take care and I'll see you soon.